All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Let me step up a little bit. I'm the brother Bayan
The brother Isaiah.
from the GMS New Orleans camp, here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers unto
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the truth, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwat, which you brothers and sisters in Hebrew that believe. All right, and Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and for this quick lesson here, we're going to go into the topic of, what separates the scriptures, what separates the Bible from everything, from these other books, these other philosophies, all right, these other so-called religions, that people follow in the world, all right, because, people may be, hell-bent on that Islam kick, Buddha, and so on, whatever, Jake, tend to believe in other than the scriptures, the word given through, inspiration through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, matter of fact, we could kick it off with that one. That was Timothy, right? Con.
This is 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness.
So it's profitable to, and read that through the list again, profitable for what?
For doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness.
Okay, and first and foremost, that is only for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the Israelites of the scriptures. All right, the Lord has gave us the law, statutes, commandments, and gave us all of these things in the scriptures to be profitable for us. So that's our step-by-step booklet of how we're supposed to move as Israelite men, women, and children walking on the earth. Okay, but that's again only for us. Okay, but there's many other reasons why the scriptures, sets itself apart away from these from these other philosophies. Okay, Bob Gashad hit me with the Isaiah 42.
This is Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they sprung forth, I tell you of them.
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. All right, so that goes into the word being able to prophesy, in prophecy. Okay, to prophesy something means to tell you before and to tell before and after, of the things that are come to happen. Okay, and that's what the scriptures tells us. Okay, if you look throughout the scriptures, it'll tell you, in Deuteronomy, which we have these precepts on deck of why Jake was put in this situation. All right, what's going to happen when we overcome the situation? What should we be doing in the middle of all of this? So it gives you everything that you need to know to operate and ultimately, to receive our crowns. Okay.
Just to back you up, like I said in that 2 Timothy 3:16, for instructions. That's what the Bible is for, to instruct us how to live our manner of life here, waiting on Yahushua and for salvation. You got it out.
And, you could pretty much say that this is the answers that Jake has been looking for their entire lives. All right. We've always, been looking for our purpose. All right. Without these scriptures, Jake was walking into no man's land. All right. Thinking that we needed, that big house with a white picket fence, a 6-figure job, all of these things, pretty much just being a slave at the end of the day, man. But the Lord, set us aright to let us know that, this is the path that you need to follow.
Just to give you a look recent history of mine, before coming into the truth, that was one of the things I was actually lost on, like the direction of what my life should go. Then guess what? The truth fell into my lap.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Yeah. And, the Lord does that, man. All right. He's near to those, to the meek. All right. Those that is in mourning. All right, but is diligently looking for the answers. All right, the Lord will show himself, through the Spirit, if you do right, unto the Lord, But Baba Gashad kicked me off with the Deuteronomy 28. And I think you could get like the beginning of it and then jump into where it mentions the ships.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And then, it's furthermore going to go into the list of curses that's on Jake, until this day, okay? Of not hearkening unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua when we were supposed to, man. But again, Jake believed, what Esau Edom put in the books, that, we came from Africa, Africans captured Africans and sent us over here like we was just the weakest of the weak, and just got captured and sold. Nah, that wasn't the case.
Then we know anything about Esau Edom. If that was the case, he'd have took over the whole Africa. He's not just going to get a certain group of enslaved Africans and enslave them himself. You got it out.
And just leave a whole continent, to itself.
A continent full of riches at that.
Right. So again, we know that we're not Africans, all right? And what was that? Is that 28 and 60 when it talks about the ships?
No, 68 with the ship.
You can grab it.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee again into Egypt, again with ships. By the way of, I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man should buy you. And at the beginning, when it talks about going into Egypt again, there's no any type of things written in history of ships going into Egypt, all right, or leaving from Egypt, to America in a sense, all right. But Egypt here goes into the word bondage, all right. So we were going to be going into that transatlantic slave trade, which brought us from the west coast of Africa into America.
And back you up, and even if it was referring to the Egypt that's over there in Asia, that's just walking distance. Why would we have to go on the ship to go back to Egypt when we walked out of there?
Yeah.
You got it out.
Yeah, so, it has at the beginning, when we was under the Babylonian captivity, that only happened one time. We didn't go back unto captivity until the Egyptians again, the Babylonians, okay? We came into captivity again, which is said, with ships, back in, exactly what you just said. All right, but what was the, we got the Isaiah, what other ones you had on?
Oh, we got the Hosea 1 and 10 if you want to.
Hosea 1 and 10, all right, because just to, furthermore explain, we just told you why we were put in this predicament, all right, and that we were disobeying Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and the Lord put these curses on us, to be sold, to these damn Edomites, all right? But let's figure out, who we actually are now.
This is Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall it be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
So Israel already being as the sand of the sea, all right? The sand of the sea you can't even count, all right? So that lets you know that Israel is a very big number of people, on this earth. But it says at the end, what did it say? In the land?
In the land, Salaki. Yet, Salaki. It shall come to pass, ye are not the people. Ye are not the people there. It shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
So in a place where we was just considered niggas, niggas in the world, and what was the number? 2/3 of a, like basically not even a full man.
We were 3/5 of a man.
3/5 of a man. That's pretty much how we were explained here, in this hellhole. All right, but no, Jake, you are the sons of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, and you have to remember that. All right, and nothing else, any type of other religion lets you know this type of information.
just to back you up, because Jake for their whole life have been told they are nothing here.
Right.
So Jake moved as if he is nothing, which they'll easily throw away their life for really just foolish riches. When the whole world was created for us, so you're more than nothing.
Gone.
You got it out.
Yeah. Should be about 2 more, right?
Time.
I know the second Esdras 2 is going to be last. Second Esdras 2 and 40.
You got second Esdras 2 and 15.
Yep. That's it.
Time. This is second Esdras 2, 15 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For by the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand.
Yep. That was it?
That's what you had told me.
Come.
15.
Yeah. So, that's end time prophecy. All right. So now we know, something that happened at the beginning, something that happened explaining who we are, and the scriptures also telling you about end time prophecy, and this is going to be the times of Jacob's trouble, which is in Jeremiah chapter 30, So again, nothing tells you about, what the Lord is going to do and how he's going to operate with his people other than the Bible,
And to back you up, if you go to that second Esdras 9, the Lord tell you when his people are going to die a painful death to those who don't want to listen.
Gone. Matter of fact, grab it real quick. Grabbing Jeremiah 30 real quick.
Con.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and 6. It says, Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even unto the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right? But, again, the times of Jacob's trouble, which is really near, especially, with all of this World War III, kicking off even further, the MOTB right around the corner, eventually is going to be mass chaos. All right?
We're starting to see that in small scales, like what's going on in Minnesota with that Edomite woman being shot to death by ICE.
Gone.
Riots are getting ready to start. How about Shimon Shai is about to pull that trigger on Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
You got it out.
And again, only the scriptures is telling you about, these things happening and preparing the elect to be familiar with these things. A lot of people still have questions, the church houses still have questions. These Muslims, they still have questions, They think that they have it figured out, but the Lord, has given this information unto his men, to let them be stable in these times, that this is not nothing that's coming out of left field, But again, we just harping on, small points. We could definitely, this could be a 3-hour, 4-hour lesson, you know what I'm saying?
Jake can fall asleep talking about it.
For real, the entire scriptures, Jake, if you don't know, man, it's our history, it's full of prophecy, and it's just ways of living, like we brought out in Timothy, But, to end it off, this is going to be the end all be all, for overcoming these things, all right? So we understood why we got in this position. We understand what we're supposed to be doing, all right, and from the scriptures, okay? Matter of fact, no, let's get that. Ecclesiastes 12, which is the duty. That's one we missed.
I'm about to say you had that second Esdras 2. I ain't know if you ever wanted that.
Yeah. No, we're going to finish that off, the crowning ceremony. That's got to be spoken.
12 and
12 and 12. 12 and 10 or 12 and 12? It's at the end. The whole duty of man.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 13, 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahushai and keep his commandment.
Go ahead, finish it
For this is the whole duty of man.
That is the whole duty of man. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the whole duty is to follow the law, statutes, commandments. All right, plain and simple. All right, so again, we know why we're in this position. We know what we need to do. We know what the scriptures are for. We know about the prophecy of, the end times to come, which the scriptures tell you. And then it also tells you at the end, which we're about to finish it off with the second Esdras, of what is going to happen, you know, when we overcome. You know, it's going to speak of the men of overcoming, all right? Because that's part of the story as well. You got it.
2nd Ezra 2 and 2.
No, 2 and is at the end 40,
48.
so great people, 42.
Con. This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 42. And I Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai with song. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Yep, which is Yahushua.
Con. Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? Question mark. And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Yep. And if I could say right there, these are the men who found their purpose.
Con.
All right. These are the men that followed in the footsteps of our elders and apostles, you know, through the Spirit given down through Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, of the route that we need to take. All right. How we need to operate, and how we need to put off that old man. You know, what we need to do to battle in order to receive these crowns.
Basically saying these are the men who followed Yahushua in his suffering, and stayed 100% 10 toes down for Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, even through all the fiery trials, the tribulation, and hell that been put on them. You got it out?
Yep. I think you could finish it out.
Okay.
Where you at?
Right here at 45.
Yeah, you can read all the way out.
Verse 46. Then I said unto the angel, What young person is that crowned them, that giveth them palms in their hands? Question mark. So he answered and said unto me, It is the son of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the names of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. And then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Yahweh thy power thou hast seen.
So it is written, man. You know, Jake will overcome at the end and you know, stand stiffly for the Lord's name. Okay? But again, nothing else tells you that. You know, there's no end of the story here in this hellhole that we're in, man. All we know is that we're supposed to make money, then we're supposed to die. That's it.
And to back you up, and most of those other books will tell you or refer you back to the Bible anyway.
Right.
So what's the point of reading them if they refer you back to the main source?
Right. Yeah. So get it at the source. Get all the information at the source, man. You know, this is the fountain of living waters, man. All right. You drink this water, you'll never thirst again.
Because these waters will never dry up like that.
You know, so that was pretty much it. You know, pray that this lesson was edifying. Praying to get out of here, we want to give infinite honors and prayers unto
Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught us the truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwath, which you brothers and sisters in Hebrew that believe. Shalom.
Shalom.